I love the simplicity about football. 2 goals, a ball, field that doesn't change, hasn't ever changed. Score, see if you can. And in that, there's so many little parts to it that make it up that, yeah, I'm besotted by it because it seems so simple, but yet you look at it so, it's like a Rubik's Cube in a sense. It seems so simple that, yeah, you can twist everything around and come up with the perfect. It's unbelievably hard and frustrating and happy. It makes you happy because when you see your team go through it, or if you're playing, in my case, park football, and you're able to do something that you didn't think was possible 5 minutes ago, the sense of relief and adrenaline that goes through your body is hard to replicate in any walk of life. And same thing with the despair, the bad things that happen in terms of copping a goal when you don't want to cop a goal, or an injury, or a red card to someone on your team. Yeah, it's a little microism of life in a sense. I can't work out why a thing like a World Cup or why a sport like football has taken the world along with it. Every corner of the globe is interested in this sport, and I can just say that I'm fascinated by the prospect of every World Cup. So every match that's played, like we go nuts for it here in Australia when Australia plays France, for example, on June 16. But when Turkey plays, when England plays, when Senegal plays, when Panama plays, that particular nation at that particular time has stopped because they're watching a game of football. It means so much to so many people at once. That's the thing that takes me a bit about the World Cup. Football's going forward in terms of participation and interest, particularly at a grassroots level, because it is an easy game to play. It is an easy game to get involved with. It's an easy game to follow. It's an easy game to pick up the rules. It's not like other sports where, rightly or wrongly, they change the rules every 5 minutes. There's not that physical intimidation factor. It's more sport based on skill. I say to people, it looks simple, yeah, but you try and trap a ball that's been passed from 40 metres away with your feet, and then at the same time you're thinking about what you're doing next. It's not that easy, and its simplicity is the thing that carries it and will carry it forward. And the physical intimidation factor for young players is not quite there. That's why it's easy to get into. Yeah, there's a drop-off of participation at a certain age, but that happens everywhere because priorities in life change. But the thing for me about football to grow in this country is for the younger generations to be hooked to the game from an early age, and it's harder to fall out of love than it is right now. So how do we do that? We make heroes of Socceroos and Matildas. Under that, we make heroes from the A-League and the W League. Under that, we make local teams a priority for local areas at NPL level. It's on so many levels to grow this game, but it is so doable. Put it this way, I'd rather be in football's position right now with 1.1 million participants and 675,000 of them being kids than just about any other sport in Australia. And that's not to knock any other sport, because I actually love other sports. I love my cricket, I love my AFL, I love my rugby league, but there's an opportunity here for football to further itself. And all I want for football in the years to come is to realise its potential. We've gone nowhere near that in 40 years, basically, since the NSL came in and now to these days with the A-League. But if we take the right steps, well, that potential one day can be realised. It's there. There's over 1 million people playing the game. We've got a professional league in the A-League. We've got a semi-professional, hopefully fully professional, not too far down the track, W League. We've got Socceroos playing in World Cups and Asian Cups. We've got Matildas playing in World Cups. There is a little disconnect within the Australian football community, but if everyone in Australian football can realise that we're all in this together, it's not going to happen tomorrow. No, it's not going to happen in 10 years, but it's a whole generation or two away that there's that possibility that it can become huge and mean a hell of a lot more to a hell of a lot more people in Australia.